The daughter she named Nevaeh, heaven spelled backwards, was born in November 2009 outside Philadelphia. Valerie Fairman was 17, her adopted family fracturing under the strain of her pregnancy and her relationship with her boyfriend beginning to come apart. The years that followed took a shape MTV did not film. In 2011, she was arrested for assaulting her adoptive mother, Janice. In 2015, she was arrested on prostitution charges. Nevaeh went to live with Janice, who continued to raise her. Valerie moved through short relationships and short rehab attempts. In late December 2016, at the home of a friend in Delaware County, Pennsylvania, she went into the bathroom and did not come out. Her friend broke the door down. Paramedics could not revive her. The cause of death was ruled an accidental drug overdose. She was 23. Nevaeh was 7. Janice, in an interview afterward, said that everything had gone to her daughter's head after the show and that she had never come back. Jordan Kashmeyer's episode of 16 and Pregnant in the summer of 2014 focused on a specific problem. She and her boyfriend Derek Taylor were homeless. They had been staying in shelters and with friends, and at one point in a tent while she was pregnant with their daughter Genevieve Shea. MTV showed the two of them figuring out where the baby's first weeks would be spent. Neither of them was 18. She never appeared on a spin-off. She and Derek separated within a year. She had a second daughter, Lila, with a different partner in 2021. 9 months later, on January 15, 2022, 9 days after her 27th birthday, she died at her home in Maryland. The Maryland Chief Medical Examiner listed the cause as fentanyl and cocaine intoxication. The manner of death, in the language of the report, was undetermined. Her representative, Howard Wood, said afterward that she had been a sweet, caring, good-hearted person, and that he wished life had been kinder to her. The Teen Mom social account, which she had never appeared on, posted a tribute to her the following day. Autumn Crittenden had 3 children by the time she died in 2024. The oldest was the boy MTV cameras had followed her through pregnancy with, in 2014, a son named Drake. The other 2 had been born in the years after 16 and Pregnant, quietly off camera. She was, on her Facebook page, still describing herself first as their mother. She had stayed in Virginia. On July 20th, 2024, at her home in Henrico County, she was found unresponsive by her family and could not be revived. She was 27, the same age Jordan Kashmeyer had been 2.5 years earlier. The Virginia Department of Health later ruled the cause of death as toxicity from fentanyl and parafluorofentanyl, a synthetic opioid stronger than fentanyl itself. Her manner of death was listed as accidental. Her sister Misty, in a fundraising message afterward for the 3 children Autumn had left behind, described her as a beloved mother, daughter, and sister, and said her death had been excruciatingly painful, to say the least. The GoFundMe reached its goal within a week. In the fall of 2010, an Indiana viewer watching Teen Mom called the police to report an on-camera assault. The MTV cameras had captured Amber Portwood striking her boyfriend Gary Shirley in the face. Multiple domestic violence charges followed. In 2012, she accepted a 5-year prison sentence rather than complete the alternative rehabilitation program the court had offered her. She served 17 months. She had been on the franchise since 2009, first on 16 and Pregnant, then on the original Teen Mom the same year, with her daughter Leah, whom she shared custody of with Gary. She would go on to be on some version of the show, on and off, for the next 15 years. In July 2019, at her home in Indianapolis, she was arrested again after an incident with her second partner, Andrew Glennon, in which she chased him with a machete while he was holding their infant son. She pleaded guilty to lesser charges and lost primary custody of the boy. She continues to appear on Teen Mom, The Next Chapter. She is 36. Ryan Edwards was Mackie Bookout's boyfriend during her 16 and Pregnant episode in 2009. He was the father of her first son, Bentley. He and Mackie did not stay together, but MTV kept Ryan on the show through the various Teen Mom spin-offs until 2018, when the network fired him after his ongoing struggles with opioid addiction had become impossible to work around. The years since have not been quiet. He was arrested in March 2017 for heroin possession after officers found needles in his car during a routine traffic stop. He was arrested again in 2018. He entered rehab. He left. He re-entered. His second wife, Mackenzie, whom he had married in 2017, filed for divorce in 2023 after a series of increasingly public incidents that included stalking, an order of protection, and social media posts. A Tennessee judge sentenced him that April to 11 months and 29 days in the Hamilton County Jail on a harassment charge, later modified into a suspended sentence with mandatory rehab. He has been arrested more than half a dozen times in total. He is 38. He has not appeared on MTV in more than 7 years, and his son Bentley now considers Macy's husband, Taylor McKinney, his father figure. By the time MTV fired Janelle Evans in May 2019, she had been arrested more than a dozen times across 8 years on the network, for drug possession, for assault, for probation violations, for various domestic disputes. She had served 4 short stretches in North Carolina jails. She had also, in that time, become the mother of 3 children by 3 different partners. The event that finally ended her tenure had nothing to do with the courtroom. In April 2019, her husband David Eason, whom she had married 2 years earlier, killed the family's French bulldog Nugget in what he described as a discipline incident after the dog snapped at their toddler. Child Protective Services briefly removed all 3 of her children from the home. MTV cut her contract the following month. She has continued to make headlines in the 7 years since. Eason has been arrested repeatedly on his own. Janelle has, in the last year, regained legal custody of the oldest of her sons, Jace, whom she had signed over to her own mother when she was 17. She is 34. On July 7, 2025, sheriff's deputies in Floyd County, Georgia, arrested Whitney Purvis at her home. She was 33 years old, and the charges filed against her included aggravated involuntary manslaughter. 1 month earlier, she had buried her oldest son, Weston Jr., at 16, the same age she had been on 16 and pregnant when he was born. Weston Jr. had struggled with Addison's disease and diabetes. The death was reported by his family as natural. Prosecutors alleged that in February of that year, Purvis had sold a mixture of fentanyl and xylazine, a street drug known as Trank, to a friend named John Mark Harris, who had died of an overdose the day after receiving it. She was denied bond initially and held in the jail's medical unit. Jail staff described her as detoxing. She was released 2 weeks later on a $15,000 bond under strict conditions, mandatory drug screenings, a nightly curfew, and no contact with Harris's family. In February 2026, she pleaded not guilty to all 7 felony counts. Her trial has not yet been scheduled. She is 34 and has 1 surviving son, Weston's younger brother, still at home. If any of these names still mean something to you, turn on notifications so the next one finds you. Another story waits on screen.